This is our annual meeting for 2026, but we are reviewing 2025 and giving you the goals for the future. Next. Hopefully you have met our new executive director, and you're going to hear more from him in a couple minutes. Hopefully you have interacted with our community partners and talked to some of our board members. I know you've been conversing with each other, so that's wonderful, so thank you very much. And I can't believe we've never had this many people here, so thank you very much. We are going to celebrate our accomplishments and learn about the future of TVIH. Next. At this point, however, I would like a moment of silence, remembering our family and friends who have been part of TVIH, but are not here. We are a community of friends. We care for each other. We create meaningful experiences that can bring us together. We are something special. And it's a privilege to be part of this amazing group, so thank you. Okay, you see around us a wonderful thing which we've never done before, but we have our community partners here, and I'd like to introduce them. For the Office on Aging, here are you. You have to raise your hand because I didn't put you in order. Where'd you go? Art?
Commission on Aging.
Commission on Aging, there we go. There you go. Art standing up there, and Victoria Hathaway. We hope to be working with them a lot for lots of information. Moyer Move Management, there you go. All right. And you can see your name a lot. Whoops. And you are, hold on, I can find who you are. There you go. Are you Sharna? I'm Sharna. There we go. There's Sharna, and I hope you've gotten information if you plan to move, downsize, etc. She is here, and we've seen your name a lot with our group, so thank you very much, Sharna. Next is HoCo Home Share. Dana, all right. Dana will be, and Danielle, we will be hearing from him in a couple minutes about a wonderful program that some of you might want to take advantage of. In addition, Karol Hess, where are you? I know you're here. There's Carol. Now, we know Carol. She's a member of the village. In addition, she works with Cummings Company. She also hosts a lot of our life planning series information. She's also been a sponsor for the last year. A lot of things. You'll see an article by her in the next newsletter in March, so I'm really excited to have her. Judith Carroll. I have heard your name for years, my dear. Okay, she's in Carroll Senior Living Consulting, and she has also worked with us. Bull and Oyster Rose, Senior Prom, so many things, and we're planning to see you in the future. And I didn't know you were that young, so I think Home with You is not here today. Morningside House of Ellicott City, where are you? She was the first person at this meeting today coming in. She also is up the street from where I live. Okay, so Morningside, thank you very much. And you are Jennifer Gardner, right? Going down, where is Maria Van Buren? Oh, there she is. Okay, Maria works with Elville, an elder law firm, so I hope you spoke with her. I think we're going to be seeing her a lot, too. In addition, let's see, Sunrise Living, they're not here right now. Okay. Spirit of Hope, where are you, Tatiana? Okay, we moved you all over the place. Spirit of Hope, she's here. So again, I know we're going to see a lot of you. And I think, Marian, you've done some things. We gave an insert. Come up here, just tell them about the insert and your people real quickly.
Well, I wanted there to be more in it for all of you.
Closer to your mouth.
Closer to my mouth. So this is a booklet, just a tease of some of the offers that we have exclusive for us with TVIH. There's $500 off of remodeling, there's $40 off handyman service, and within the next month or so, I'm hoping to have this 4 times this flip book on our website. So these are people that support us, either by donating to us as community partners or by giving a special perk to us.
Thank you. She worked really hard in getting a lot of these people, and they gave us some advertising with it. Next slide, please. Okay, Dana, if you'll come up and speak a minute or two about this wonderful program. If you haven't heard, March 3rd, there's a lunch and learn. He's going to share about information with it at 11:30.
Thanks so much, Fran.
Hello, everybody. Does that sound okay? I hope you don't mind. I wrote some notes out because it's an important message and I want to make sure I hit all of it. So first of all, maybe you have a spare bedroom in your home that's just collecting dust. Or maybe you know somebody who needs an affordable place to live but can't find anything reasonable. That would never happen in Howard County, I know. Either way, I want to tell you about a new program that might help. I work for Bridges to Housing Stability. We're a nonprofit that has served Howard County with housing services since 1990. We've just launched our 7th program, HoCo Home Share. It's a free program that matches homeowners who have a spare bedroom with renters who are looking for a home. Here's how it works. We learn about both parties, preferences, lifestyle habits, who they're looking to share the home with, and then we try to do good matchmaking. We conduct background checks and we screen through reference checks anybody who applies to the program. We protect your privacy throughout the process. We don't share any personally identifying information until both parties have decided they want to move forward. So you stay in control at every step. If a match looks promising, we guide both people through an introduction that can occur in our office or over coffee on a first name basis. Again, not sharing any personally identifying information. And if you decide, that looks interesting, that person looks interesting, we'll help you put together a match or a home sharing agreement where you define how it is that you'll want to live together. The whole process is designed to be safe, supported, and extremely low pressure. The program's completely free. It's funded by Howard County's Department of Housing and Community Development, and it's endorsed by the Department of Aging and Independence. The county sees home sharing as a genuine win-win. Homeowners gain some additional income that they might need, perhaps some practical support around the home if both parties agree to do that, and a sense of connection, while renters gain a stable, affordable place to live. And if you're thinking there, sitting there thinking that that might be for you, please come over to the info table. That's great. We'll answer any questions that we have, and we are doing the lunch and learn on Tuesday on Stevens Forest Road, or we're happy to call you back to have a private conversation. If you're thinking, well, that's not really for me, I'd like you to think about somebody you know. Could be a friend, a neighbor, a family member who could use affordable housing or wants to turn their home into some rental income. Grab a few flyers from our table and you can pass those along. That small act could make a big difference for someone. I mentioned the lunch and learn on Tuesday, again, Stevens Forest Road at the village's office. We'll feed you, we'll walk you through the program in detail, and we'll answer every question that you have. Stable housing changes lives. We know that at Bridges. Over the past 35 years, we've helped thousands of families. Every year we help hundreds of families with housing services. Stable housing is the foundation for happiness, good health, and the security that we all need to thrive, not just survive. We'd love your help spreading the word. Thanks.
I forgot. Lorien. Okay, Lorien is here with us also, been with us forever and ever. Jamia and Chelsea are here. And they have been our sponsor for years and years, will be working with us for a lot, have been, I think, to all of our big activities, so thank you, Lorien. Ladies and gentlemen, we now are going to have a word from our president. Lynn.
So I know I said a word, but it's going to be a few more than that. Can you hear me better? Okay. You may have to remind me of it. Okay. So this is sort of a message from our board, especially the executive committee. The year 2025 was a real turning point for the village in Howard. After a rocky start to the year, we made the commitment to transition our board from an operational board to a governance board. There was a bit of reshuffling of positions on the board while we tried to stabilize our numbers. While we were not able to complete the transition process, 2025 initiatives pushed it forward. We credit this move in large part to the guidance provided by the Accelerator program, the installation of an interim executive director, thank you, Marian, in July, and the determination of our board, which has grown from 5 to 9 members. At the end of 2025, we began the process of hiring a permanent part-time executive director who you will hear from shortly. We created a balanced budget for 2026. We began work on a fundraising plan, which our new ED has finally completed. And we established a committee to review and revise our bylaws. More on that in a minute. The Volunteer Services Committee, grateful for the leadership of Marie Grunwell and Susan Haleman through mid-2025, saw new ideas and leadership come to life in the hands of Fran Lorenzi and her team. Some membership committee processes were evaluated and improvements put in place. Membership numbers did see a slight increase from last year, that's from 2024, but did not reach the 10% goal we set. All of this accomplished by the volunteer manpower it takes to make the village what it is. So, we've come a long way in 2025. It's been a lot of work done by this board, and we hope to continue on with our progress. We hope to increase awareness in the community, attract more members, volunteers, sponsors, donors, and grantors in the coming year. We've hired a new part-time executive director, whom we hope will take us to the next level of operations with his enthusiasm and his vision. So our goals for 2026 are these: continued board transition to governance model, increase fundraising efforts to support our budget and beyond, produce updated set of bylaws to be received and accepted by the membership, and increase awareness in the Howard County community to make our organization appeal to younger senior members. So, I said I was going to talk about bylaws. We've established an ad hoc committee to review and update our bylaws. That's in process. It's been a real discovery. For those of you who are new or have never been involved in the process, there's a lot of things that need to be updated and revised. One of those things is the fact that in a 501c3, normally membership votes. It is written into our bylaws, currently, nobody votes except the board. I'd like to know from each one of you, because we plan to change this, how many of you would like to be able to vote on your slate of board? Raise your hands. Okay. I figured that's what I'd find. Okay? And the committee figured that they would also. This isn't new. Okay? This was actually brought up by the people who are in the accelerator, or managing us in the accelerator program. They found that to be questionable. Why doesn't the membership vote? And at the very least, on a slate of directors. So that's number one. Also, we hope to have these bylaws done so that you can vote on them, either in a special meeting or at next year's membership meeting. We don't know when that meeting exactly is going to be. We're going to talk about that in the board because obviously we need to approve our budget. We need to do all of that stuff for 2027. So we don't know if we're going to have that meeting in 2026 or 27 yet. So we'll let you know as that happens. So I'm glad to see that you really feel that that's something that you think is a good idea. Okay. So again this year, We want to extend a special thanks to everyone who volunteered more than the 5,173 hours to make TVIH run as it does, with the spirit and fun to make our organization a haven for senior activity, purpose, and community. Thanks again to our grantors, donors, sponsors, who so graciously contributed to our organization in 1995. Your generosity is vital to the continued ability for our seniors to age in community. Thank you.
Okay, we didn't practice that part of it. Okay, next slide. Okay, I'd like the board of directors to please come up. All right, you stand here. What we're going to do next, click, is we're going to give you a little smidgen of who we are, okay, what we do on the board, what our career background is, and maybe some of the things that we've done as at TVIH. So the first person we're going to have, is Lynn. She's the president.
Okay, so what do I have to say? Okay, so I'm a registered nurse. Can you hear me if I speak like that? No. I thought I was pretty loud.
Okay, so I'm a registered nurse. I've been with TVIH since, I couldn't believe it, I looked it up when we were doing it. Since really 2014. I wasn't active though until 2019, but I joined in 2014 as a volunteer. And was there something, what else do we have to do?
Your career background and then what you do at the village.
Oh, do I have to tell you what I do for the village?
Yes.
Okay. So, I was the board treasurer, now I'm the board president, and I make lots of decisions. I think that's good enough.
Hi there, y'all. I think I used to be the youngest member. I think there's some other folks that have joined that might be younger than me. I don't know. I do the podcast with Joy, the vice president of this organization. I worked at T. Rowe Price for 27 years, found the village last February, so I guess I'm a year old. And let's see, what else? I do a lot of walking. You want to find me, you know, I'm at the walks. You need to talk about something with the board member, you know where to find me.
Okay, I'm the one on the forum all the time writing your messages. My name is Fran Dunnett, and I'm the board secretary, okay? My background has been middle school and high school counselor. In addition, I worked in the Somerset Social Security Administration as a counselor. I also taught childbirth for years and years when I was having kids. And then Kathy Latham and I did menopause and midlife transitions. And now I'm geriatric, you know. My involvement with the board, with TVIH is I started out with Joy and Fran and Kim with Good Morning Howard. That was very exciting and fun. I have been the publicity chair for years, and we redesigned it first with Harry Glass and a bunch of the committee chairs, and now Kristen Grogan has helped us redesign it. Yay. I am co-chair of the newsletter committee, and I put in the content when Rosa makes all the beautiful stuff going on. And I organize a bunch of village events. The other thing I do, of course, is started out as meditation facilitator. Now it's morphed into Tai Chi, and I do it virtually, because no one can see what we're doing, and we can do whatever we want. I'm going to give a little bit of my swan song here, but what I'm most proud of is serving on the board of directors. I followed in the footsteps of some remarkable individuals. So when I call your name, please stand. Marsha Birnbaum, and standing. Jim Buscarin, keep standing. Peter, I don't think is here right now. Joy Chung, Mary Pat Donnellan, Marie Grunwell, Susan Haleman, wave. Karol Hess, wave or stand. Dorothy Hutchins, Kathy Latham, Fran Lorenzi, Karen Michelson signed up, George and Michelle Milligan, they decided to do it together. Judy Pittman, who was our president, all right. Jim Sanders, Kim Sherman. And did I forget anyone else who was on the board in the past? Anyone? Raise your hand if I don't. Okay. Let's give them a round of applause, please. Together, we have built the village in Howard.
Fran?
Who did I forget?
John Marsh.
John Marsh.
John Marsh.
And John Marsh, yay! Happiness and perfect, okay. Today we have built the village in Howard on the foundations of these leaders. It is worth noting, see how many people are here at this particular meeting? They have contributed, they have created, and made valuable inputs today. And Dwayne Sinclair, did I mention your name? Okay, also with yours, okay. That speaks volumes about the organization and something that we can take pride in. As they pass the baton to the new board, I am here today ready to pass my baton to the younger members so we can continue to grow and thrive because my term ends 2026 in December. I want to thank these board members of the past, as well as many others who have shown leadership, our committee chairs, the people who are ahead of our activities. You're truly amazing. This spirit is what gives us strength and vitality as an organization and makes me very proud. So my baton will go to those who are carrying the village in Howard to extraordinary new heights. I'm sad, because right now there's so many exciting things happening, but I'm anxious to see what's going to happen in the future. Thank you.
Wow, I can't really follow that. I've been a member since March, so I'm a newbie. I came from Howard County government. I worked there for 35 years at the Office of the County Auditor, so my background is...
Can't hear you. I know she doesn't. You got to
I'm sorry. Should I start over? Yeah, so my background is Howard County government, Office of the County Auditor and the County Councils, where I worked for 35 years. Retired last year, wanted a place to find my people, and here I am. So I'm very happy to be here. Happy to contribute in any way I can. So. I'm participating in a lot of activities with Reuters, with the pods, all the different pods, and very much enjoying it. Thank you.
Hello, glad you can come. So I'm a board member for about a year or so, and
Mike to Mike.
well, I de-mic'd myself. Anyway, so I've been a board member, I don't know, for about a year or so, and enjoyed it. It's a nice group, and I try to tell people about it who are not members. I worked for the Navy Lab for my first 20 years, doing model testing, programming, systems analysis, and design. And the next 20 years, I was a program, did project management and proposal management in IT companies. One of my skills, I'm sure you're surprised, is photography. I started when I was 10 with a box camera, had a dark room, and did enlargements and all that. I've taken a lot of travel series. I've been traveling for maybe 35 different groups, and so I've got a lot of pictures and a lot of slideshows. Basically, as Mark mentioned, I'm also a walker. I like to walk. It's good exercise. You enjoy the company of the people. Then you can sit down and drink coffee and schmooze afterwards. So it's got a lot of things for it. And so what basically, as I said, I started taking pictures many years ago, so naturally evolved into this, and so I appreciate everybody when they're posing. I'm not posing, but it's been enjoyable, and I'm glad I joined the village. A friend of mine, Alice, she's not here today, but she often talked about the village. I never knew what it was. All of a sudden, something clicked. I went to the picnic, and that's where I started, so thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Robin Harris. I have met a few of you, but today at the registration table I got to meet a few more, so very nice to meet everyone, and I'm so honored to be able to be a part of the Village in Howard. My background started actually with event planning, so when Fran asked me to help with the setup, it was like perfect, because that's my jam, that's my lane. Do a lot of events. I was also involved with the federal government contracting world for about 15, 20 years before I came into this side of the world. And during that time, I did a lot of budgeting, and you can imagine compliance, because we don't like to wear stripes in the federal government when they come after you. So I got really good at compliance. And then after I left the federal government, my retirement plan was real estate. So I got into real estate, and that's what I do now full-time with the Keller Williams Group, and I am in Columbia. My focus is just helping people. I think my mission in life is to be a servant leader. I just love giving back. I was a board member for the Howard County Association of Realtors for 8 years. And in that time, I actually helped us go through a governing change. So I'm really familiar with the governing documents and everything we're doing now, which is one of the reasons I am excited to be part of the 2026 exciting changes that are coming up. And I'm on the Board of Appeals for Howard County. What else do I do? I do a lot of things. Let me see, what else do I do? I did come prepared, but I didn't, which means I'm not prepared. Let's see. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Anybody have any questions? I'd be happy to tell you more about me, but I'm excited to be part of the Village in Howard this coming year, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you in some capacity throughout the year. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. I'm Kristen. My background has been in telecommunications as a technical writer and a project manager. I have no idea how long I've been volunteering for you guys. I have mainly worked for Fran in the communications committee. Then I got involved with the board of directors, not sure how long. And I do my best to support the executive staff, IT stuff, whatever the case may be.
Everything technical.
Okay. If it's a technical mess, I'm probably involved.
To make it not a mess.
To make it an unmess. And I now officially qualify to be a member. Which means I think I get so that's my big win. I made it to 55. Who's next?
Victoria.
Thanks. Hi, everybody. I'm Victoria Hathaway, and my two most important hats here today are being a member and also being a new board member, started in January. I'm a lifer in Howard County, raised my family here, have been sharing the Village in Howard since its inception in my role as the seniors real estate specialist. I direct our brokerage's senior program, so I exclusively serve older adults. It's coming on 500 households this spring. So it's been a deep dive. It's a lot of passion. That has led me to service for the Maryland Gerontological Association, currently serving that board, and also currently serving as your vice chair of the Commission on Aging, wonderfully represented here today by Art. So lovely to be here, and also studied the village concept. Went back to Hopkins to study aging and had the joy of taking an elective that was solely focused on what is a village. And Beacon Hill in Boston and San Francisco, and I cannot believe how fortunate we are that Howard County has its very own village. And I think that we are exemplary of what it is to be in Howard County and to be older adults. So, thank you.
Following Victoria, I feel like the long and short of it. I'm Marian Berman, but for years I was known as Marian from Gallery 44. I owned an art gallery for almost 40 years, and illness catapulted me into understanding the need for safety measures that just don't exist in our houses. Only 4% of the houses in the United States are age-friendly. So I got my Aging in Place certification, my CAPS, and then the pandemic hit. So I used that time to get a certified living in place specialist and an Age Safe America certification. And when I was Gallery 44, I'm used to buy advertising from Mary McGraw. And she came, this is when she owned her paper, Generations, and she came in one day all excited. She had just come back from a conference and learned all about the village. And then I happened to meet Debbie Bergio, and I said to her in the meeting, can I join the board? Because if I don't support your mission, and you don't support my mission, who will? So that's how I got here. I serve on the fundraising committee, I serve on the prom committee, membership, recruitment, a little bit of life planning. Michelle really does all the work, and I just bask in her glory. And I always say I'm the one that's known for talking too much, so I'm going to be brief today.
Wait a minute, Marian. Turn around. So, in our crisis this year on the board, just want to recognize Marian for her service to the village. She volunteered, I can't imagine why, but she volunteered to become our interim executive director, so we would fulfill the promises we made in the Accelerator grant. So I just want to say thank you so much. You can't imagine how much we appreciated it in our hour of need, Marian. Thank you. We want to recognize those members of our board that have left us in the past year, in 2025. And that is Dick Voelker. Sorry, he's not here. Heard a very interesting story about him this week, just recently, about his getaway from Mexico. Patricia Levay and Marsha Birnbaum. Service. I know Marsha's just the only person here today, but Marsha, thank you so much. And forever serving. So, we could not let the day pass without saying thank you to somebody who I think all of you know who she is. I've been calling her our ambassador par excellence for as long as I've known her. She always has a smile. She always has a hug, even though when I can't stand getting hugs, she has one for me too. So I just want to say thank you, Rosa. Please don't leave us ever. Keep your charming, lovely self, always as you are. We love you. We love you. Okay, so this has been a highlight of ours for the past month. We have hired Sean Crosby as our new executive part-time now, for now, executive director. He's really tall. And I just want to introduce him. We are so excited to have him with us, and I have a feeling that you're going to see that excitement too. Sean.
Thank you. So, I'm honored to be here. First, I want to say thank you to the board for the vote of confidence and seeing my candidacy and seeing what I can bring to the community. So I'm grateful for that, and I'm looking forward to making everyone proud. I feel like this mic is a little loud. Is it good? Okay. So a little bit about me. I'm a former teacher, high school, elementary, middle school, former school principal, district leader as well. I've also worked in the nonprofit sector, working with literally all ages of life, from older adults all the way down to early childhood development. I've been a fundraiser for many years. And so I'm excited to be here. I think this is a great, almost like a culmination of all of my experience. And so I'm excited to be here. You want to know a little bit more about me, I'm sure. You want to know a little bit more about why this guy. Hopefully I can tell you a little bit. So the thing that brings me to, I guess what makes this work most personal to me, I was raised by older adults. Tragically, my grandmother, she passed alone. And she had dementia, and it's a long story that I'm sure we can talk about. But there's a little bit of guilt, but then there's a little bit of responsibility as someone who cares for their family. And so I want to make sure that we have a village to wrap around and insulate each person here so that you can navigate maybe health issues together, maybe you can navigate the fun times together, maybe you can navigate, hey, you know, I'm looking at moving, or I'm looking at making sure my home is safe, or I just really want to make some new friends. Whatever the thing may be, we want to be able to provide that for you. And so I'd like to take a more systemic approach to things. So I've been looking at what TVIH has been doing for years, what makes us unique, what we've been striving at, and we've really found a way to encapsulate all of it together to make it highly fundable for donors, but then also highly attractive for new members. And so these surveys that you have are very important because I don't know you yet. And so this presents an opportunity for me to get a better sense of what are the things that make you excited about being in the village, what are the things that you're looking forward to having in the future. I'm a walker. And really giving us the insight to help move this ship from good to great. I can already tell you from the conversations I've had with folks like Joy, Jenny, Michelle Blumen, help me with the last name, Blumhagen, have been really, really pointed. And they've helped me to better understand the community, but this learning isn't gonna stop, you know? So I have some things I'd like to introduce today, but there's gonna be more to come. And I wanna do this really slowly because I think it would be inappropriate for me to come in and say, we need to do this, that. No, we're not doing that. We're gonna look at what works, magnify that impact, and better tell our story so that we can use you guys as ambassadors, but our data and our impact will speak for itself. So I'm excited to be here. You've already, you know a little bit about the prom, but this one's gonna be even better than last year's. I'm excited to co-chair with Marian. Marian, our exiting executive director, has been more than helpful to me, telling me where the landmines are, but where all the rosebuds and all the flowers are to plant. So thank you from my heart to you, thank you. I'm excited to be here. We have a lot of work to do. Please complete the surveys, and on your way out, if you can leave them on the table, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Just be aware, you want more information from the board of directors or from Sean and Rosa, will be available. Good morning, Howard. We're back again, 9 o'clock a.m. on March 18th, Wednesday. Thanks. Now financial stuff.
Okay. So, in the interest of time, because I know we're starting to get a little behind on our time, really importantly, this is the big important news. So, we took in $15,781 in revenue in 2025. And we spent $16,200, that is over budget I'm talking about, okay? Over budget, we took in $15,781. And we spent, over the projected budget expenses, $16,200. So what that means is that,
Go back.
no, you don't have to go, you don't have to do anything. You all can look and see the figures for yourself, okay? What that meant is that we actually had a loss of $419 last year. That's major. That's better than we did in '24 by a mile, or 3, or 4, or 5. So we're really holding on to our expenses, we're spending adequately, and that, what I'm saying to you too, is that included the salary for the interim executive director for 6 months. So, just so you know, we're really being very mindful of expenses, we've controlled things well. We have, now you can do it, okay. This is our cash position. So overall, we lost $645 in our cash overall for 2025. That's amazing in my estimation. That means that we've taken in a good deal of money. It's not enough. We still need more. So just so you know, we're going to be asking. So we can go to the next slide. Okay, and this is the analysis or breakdown of the revenue, the money that we took in. Okay, so this is where it comes from. The large increases came in the Columbia Village donations, and I want to make special thanks to those of you who decided to appear or showed up at your Columbia Villages, Fran Lorenzi, who got together Harper's Choice Village members and went to the villages. Harper's Choice never gave anything in past asks. This year, they gave the limit, $750. So it does matter if we show up, just so you know, okay? Individual donations for the year, $18,461. That includes the annual fund that was just conducted, okay? That figure that says program events, that's normally a wash figure. That's the revenue from events, because we also took in money from the events, but we also paid out for the events. So that's a wash figure. And the business solicitations, you can see the figures right here. The entire 2026 budget, the new budget, is in the annual report. You can see that in the document library. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask Lisa. Oh, so our goals for 2026 in the, well, these are our goals for 2025, okay? We did what we said we were going to do. And now the next slide. This is our 2026 finance goals. We have to establish our financial policy document, which we don't have, create a finance committee, and continue to support the reorganization of our board.
Next.
Communications Committee, as Kristen said, she and I were the head for the last couple of years. Next. And what we did is we almost finished the manual, the communications manual. Kristen has redesigned the website. We've increased social media. What new social media things have we been doing? Anyone know? Give me one. Yep, Marian? Instagram. Does anyone know what Instagram is? I didn't know till, I didn't know how to use it though. Yeah, right? And what's the other one? Instagram and? Facebook. We've been increasing what's going on in there. And one more, LinkedIn, okay? So if you don't know what some of these things in, like I didn't know, get to know them, but the younger people do know all of this stuff, guys, okay? Kristen helped us implement Google Analytics, so we know is it working or not. In fact, we're number 2 after AARP. They can find us there. We reorganized YouTube, but it's going to have to be done again. And we enhanced the village vibe. Where are you, Rosa? Rosa, what does that read more stuff go? Remember, we're going to tell them a little hints, quick hints.
Yeah, so the read more goes to the actual article. We have a lot of read mores in our news magazine, and a lot of people don't exactly know that if you click on it, it'll take you to the full article where you can read it.
Good.
So read more.
Read more, that's right, because we can't fit it all. We already have 30 pages. You don't want 50 pages. All right, next. Julie is our new head. I took that baton and gave it to her. She's younger. She knew what all those things were. She and Kristen speak the same language, and Michelle, it's like, I have no idea what they're saying, but just go do it. So I have them do that. Also, we're going to talk a little bit later about the new podcast information. So please be aware that's been going on and new. Next. Our goals will be to continue to update the website, encourage social media. We are working more and more with our donors, our community partners, and we want to publicize those activities. Next. And I want to thank the people on the communications committee. I think Ellen York, you're here too. You do our editing and writing some things. We have a lot of people working on it. Joy, Michael, Louise, so thank you very much. Communications committee. Whoa, what happened? I'm going to hold it to all right, good. Next. Fundraising committee. Lynn, that's your turn.
I'm going to steal a thunder here, Marian. I'm going to just give a little bit of a report, okay? So with a bumpy start to 2025, our fundraising committee had to jump quickly into action with letters to CA Village associations, coming up with an idea for a major fundraiser, and planning for the annual appeal. With the help of past chair Peter Brunner, TVIH members, and new chair Marian Berman, we raised more money from the villages with a first-time maximum donation from Harper's Choice again. In short order, we put on a well-received fundraiser, the Real Senior Prom, and realized increased funding from new and current sponsors. Is there another next one? Yeah, so these are our fundraising goals this year, okay? Widen our fundraising efforts, continue accelerator program involvement, complete 2026 fundraising plan, which has now been completed, and expand the fundraising committee, and plan the second annual senior prom, which is coming, and in case you haven't heard, mark your calendars, June 3rd, okay? Same place. Okay, membership committee. So, those walks that Mark talks about, that has been put on, most of those walks have mainly been the child of Kim Sherman, so who is the head of the membership committee. This is one of the best recruiting means that TVIH has seen. They pick up people along the way and say, hey, this is what we're doing, this is what we are. So this is a huge recruiting mechanism. I want to say special thanks to the membership committee for doing the work that they do, to bring on new members, to orient them, to give them a buddy so that they stay involved and want to stay with our village. So I want to say a little bit about the numbers. At the end of 2025, we had 199. And the goal was almost met. We were supposed to get 19, but we only got 16 more than 2024. That's okay. What I do want to say is that we have had quite a few members that have not either renewed their membership as of now, or have left the village. We are now down to 167 members. What does that mean? Got to get those numbers back up. If you have friends, tell them about the village. If you have relatives, tell them about the village. If you have youngins, tell them about the village. We need young members. We cannot go on unless we have people who are going to fill our shoes and learn about us and promote us. So, all right, so these were the achievements from 2025 for the membership committee. They identified that the walking programs were most successful in increasing memberships, as I've said, and created new member onboarding procedures. Next slide. And these are their membership goals for 2026. Develop a unified application that works not only on paper but online. Formalize the onboarding process. Evaluate trial memberships. Expand membership. We've talked about that. And establish an exiting process. That's really an important thing. We really do not have an exiting process for the village. We're working on it as a board, but we need help from the programs and other committees to tell us, oh, this one is leaving because of blah, 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 blah. So then we have some kind of like an exit interview. Many of you have worked and had exit interviews, so we need to have that process. And we need people to step up to help us make this happen. Okay.
Next is the program committee. For years and years, Kate and Marsha have led the program committee, a very active group, and we really love having them. Next. In 2025, at this last meeting last year, they conducted a survey about what programs you all wanted. Kate did an amazing job of organizing the website, the document library, so we know what forms are there. And then Kristen said, let's do it for all the committees. So now you can find everything you want, kind of. They approved event forms and lots of activities. They refined the approval process. And Kate, for the last couple years, has given us data. We are going to be working on that because it's not exactly accurate. So we're trying to figure a way with Sean and these young people who know how to do this counting stuff to make it a little bit better. Thank you. We have a lot of recurring programs. Listen, Meet Arts and Craft, Happy Hours, Travel Talks, Backyard Socials, Coffee with Friends. Which one do you think has the most people from that group? Anybody? Raise your hand. What do you think? Yep. Backyard Social, would you believe? Yay, Frank Lorenzi, okay? But the concern is we have less registrants on these different programs. Why do you think that might be? Anyone have an idea?
Because they know who they are, they just show up.
Yeah, sometimes they just show up and don't register, okay? That's a big thing. So my data's not accurate. So we need a better way of getting the data with that. That might be it. Next. Walking activities. What are the walking activities you all know about that we have? Give me one. What's one going on? Somebody raise your hand.
Monday, Elkhorn.
Monday, Elkhorn. What's another one? Saturday, all right. Where is it? Lake Kinnamakundi. And what's the third one? Anyone know the third one?
Talk and walk on Thursday.
Yay, Thursday. You got Saturday. You got Monday. You got Thursday. Thank you for helping us keep active. So that's really, really good. But again, we don't have accurate numbers. We've got to figure a way. And I know Mark is trying to get us numbers every time that you guys go. So we'll figure a way to do that. Next. We're almost done, guys. Don't worry. Our annual activities. We do have an annual meeting every year. We do have a holiday social. Sean's going to be working on that next year. Thank you very much. We do have Joy's program of appreciation, which is very nicely done for the coordinators of the program. But guys, we need somebody to chair the summer picnic or else we can't have it. So think among yourselves, maybe get a group of you to do it. We'll all help. I can't tell you how wonderful this group is about helping, but we just need someone to take the leadership because now we're a governing board, not an operating board. So we need your help with that. Next. Special events. Oh, who's that cute guy with that blue shirt up there? We got this picture. We have lots of events, special events. People have been attending, but as you said, not signing up for it. So we've got to figure out how to get those statistics. But you're very creative. You're very good. Next. Oh, hello, Joy. This person, she never thinks of anything. I don't know, the program she goes. So what does she do? Who even listened to podcasts before Joy came around? Well, Joy has gotten together with Mark. They have all this cool technology. They have all these great topics that they're doing. 15 episodes so far, 1,243 views. Wow. That's amazing. So if you haven't, so if you know what's coming up, a lot of cool things are going on for the podcast coming up. Next. Pod groups have been rolled into program committee. Next. And be aware that we have 4 neighborhood pods and we have 5 special interests. Michelle Milligan started this right near COVID. Very exciting. about half of you are involved in the pods. You are small groups getting to know each other. You're going out to restaurants. You're going to see different activities. Some of you have even opened it up to the public sometimes. This is what Sean has been writing about. I've been reading all this stuff about less isolation and loneliness for people our age. This is so important. I know all of us think our own things are the most important in the world, but I really think this is an important group. Raise your hand if you're involved in a pod, please. Look at that. Would you look at that? All right, my pod people come to these meetings. That's great. Okay, guys, so be aware. Pods rolled into programs, but very important. Next. And, here's my baton. Jenny. Jenny, I'm passing the baton to you, the younger ones. Here we go. All right, because she wants to make sure that we're doing the goals for TVIH. She's already written to some of the chairs, like, let's get together and make sure we're all on the same page. She wants to add or amend programs to attract new members. She wants to, that's why we have a lot of these sponsors here, get people to present, just like Dan is doing, to us about informational programs that you might be interested in. And she wants to say, hey, don't do it by yourself, let's do it together, co-lead it. So, the next one, I think. Yep, thank you very much, Program Committee. Thank you.
All right. I think this is our last committee. So this is volunteer services. This committee holds a big place in my heart. It's where I started in the village, and I miss this committee. It's the committee that ultimately allows our full-service members to remain in their homes longer, providing transportation to events and medical appointments, making home visits to homebound folks, providing circle of care services to those who've recently returned from a hospital stay. Big changes came to this committee in 2025. As stated earlier, the two founding leaders of this committee retired and two others stepped up to fill those big shoes. Although Susan is still playing a big role in the committee, and Marie, I hear, sometimes consults. So thanks so much to both of you who've given so much time to care for our full service members and the volunteers who work on this committee. Big thanks to the volunteers who work on this committee. Another big thank you to Fran Lorenzi and Kathy O'Rourke for stepping into these shoes along with the leadership team carrying the committee forward. Next slide. So these are the achievements in 2025, which was actually the transition of the leadership, mostly involved while maintaining excellent member service. And these are the service volunteer value, what you would get for this if we had to pay for it, okay? Which is $62,700. That is what the time spent is equal to in money, okay? Next slide. The volunteer goals, they want to add 5 additional transportation volunteers and 5 office volunteers, update volunteer full service member manuals, and add 1 additional coordinator. So any of you feel like you need some work or know of others that can help with these efforts, please step up. This is a really important committee. I'm not underplaying anybody else's committee, but this is the one that gives a lot of meaning to people who can't do what many of us do every day. Okay, next slide, please. So thank you to all of these. This is the leadership group, along with the 30 volunteers involved. Next slide. So, this is a really important slide. What we're seeing here is what the total value of total hours is now. And why does this matter? Well, when we go applying for grants, they want to know what our volunteers are doing and how much that sort of equates. How much money are we not spending because we have so many volunteers that care so deeply to give to TVIH. However, What we're finding out is that the stats have revealed that we're showing a decrease in reported volunteer hours, down approximately 1,800 hours in 2025. So either we are underreporting or we're doing less. And I can't believe that. That's unreasonable. Because these stats are so important when applying for supplemental funds or filing legal documents, it's essential that we all remember to report our hours. And because this is such an important issue, the board, along with Sean, will be reviewing the current process for reporting and looking for ways to make it easier. I just want to say thank you to Jim Buscarin. He's been doing this for years, collecting these data. Please heed his email when he sends it out. This process is going to take a while to sort out. But please give him your hours. If he asks for them, for God's sake, give it to him. We need those hours. Down 1,800 hours from the year before, that seems impossible. So I'm making the plea to please respond to Jim's email when he asks you for your volunteer hours. An estimate is all we're looking for, but it makes a difference. Thanks. So I guess we've said it enough. We need you. We need you to volunteer. We need you to participate. We need more people to step up and help. Invite your friends. Support our outreach events, things like that. And if you want to get involved, here are the different committees and when they meet. Our finance committee is not yet established, but when it is, we'll let you know when they meet as well. As far as the board is concerned, you can come to any board meeting you'd like. We are always having our meetings at the village office on Wednesday, second Wednesday of the month at 1:30. When we're closed in the summer, we have to do that by Zoom. So we invite you at any time. You're ready. We're always here to listen to what you have to say.
Okay, Sean, this is your first duty. I need you to pick a number from 1 to 27, and the person who has it on their name tag or on my list, because some of the board members don't have it, will get our first gift. 1 to 27, Sean.
1 to 27,
Yes.
I'm going to pick 2.
Number 2 is Bill Andrews. Are you here, Bill? All right, Bill. What you have here is, wait a minute, let me find it. All right, here, you go give that to him. Are some of us old and maybe we can't read, so we use what?
Glasses.
All right, and how do we clean our glasses? With lens wipes. You get loads of those for your wonderful glasses. Okay, Sean, 28 to 55, pick a number.
35.
35, oh my goodness, where's 35? Oh, Kristen. Kristen Grogan, well, you're not old enough, but maybe as we get older, our skin gets dry. So what do we need for our skin getting dry?
Wait, who am I giving what to?
You're getting cream. All right, now, it's okay, you can use the cream, go ahead.
Bust me out?
Sean, 56 to 80.
71.
All right, 71. Let me look. 71 is Ann Russo. Where are you, Ann? Ann, you have won $215 million. And if you get it, you give this to her, you have to donate half of it to the village in Howard. It's a Powerball. It's a real Powerball. Tomorrow night. And my son said, Mom, get them to sign a contract to make sure they donate. All right, so look at your tickets tonight, tomorrow, whatever the day, Saturday. Okay, so thank you very much. Fill out your survey. Let's put the next slide. Thank you very much. Fill out your surveys. Have questions for our sponsors. And Lynn wants to tell you one more thing, because we keep loving to talk. We're done. Oh, question and answers. No, it's 2:45.
Okay, we have to be done at 2:45. I have a special request. Sorry, I'm eating at the same time. So Jim Sanders wanted to make a few comments about what's going on with WAVE and some other things in the area which apply to us. So Jim, I'm giving you, I know this is going to be tough, but 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
So I'm on the board of the Regional Association of Villages. So the first message is you're not alone. The village is a national movement. There are many, many villages. In fact, there are 264 villages across the country. And there are many villages in our region. So for example, there are 43 villages in the state of Maryland. There are 79 villages in the area that WAVE supports. What WAVE, again, is the Regional Association. So we support villages in Maryland, Virginia, and DC. So cumulatively, that's 79 villages. That's the good news, is the village is a movement. Village is being supported more by governments, more by big philanthropy, as well as its history. A Beacon Village was the example of where a bunch of people had dinner together and they said, I want to continue to have dinner in my same house with my same people, so let's figure out a way to do it together. And pretty much all villages are kind of in that model. Is how do we help each other? How do we live in our same community? How do we stay in the same house? How do we keep our friendships? So what you've been doing around how do our local resources support us is pretty common in 264 villages. Although let me talk about movements, what's happening. So the village movement is often creating networks or ways that villages can work together. So for example, in Montgomery County, they have a very active network where they do shared services, and they have a social worker that goes into individual villages that's all supported by central funding. So that's one example. The network model is in DC, where the DC government pays for how the village does a small amount of money that each of the villages in DC get together. And part of it helps the government know what's going on, because an obligation of the money is to report on who are you serving, and is the DC social service program working, so it identifies gaps. So anyway, so one trend is this idea of network. Another trend is government greater involvement. Another is relating healthcare with villages. So some villages, particularly DC, is very involved with building out how do we better support hospital to home or hospital to community. How do we bring down the cost of care? So that's my commercial about villages.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you, Jim.
Okay, one more thing. Sean wants to talk a little bit more to you. Hold on just a second.
Don't go anywhere.
Very, very quickly, the surveys, if you haven't completed, please do. And you can leave it right on your seat. That'll make it easier for us to find it, and I'll come around and pick it up. Also, if you have a moment or you can think back to when someone in the village really impacted you, or you had a really magnanimous moment that you'd like to share, one of these days we'll be recording footage so that the greater community around us can really get a sense of our impact. So think about that, and be on the lookout on the forum for opportunity for you to sign up so that you can record your footage. Thank you, and look forward to seeing you soon.
Just a really brief Q&A if anybody has any questions. Does anybody have a question that they are burning to